reason why you don't have a business right now is business requires muscles. It requires time and concentration. It requires you removing all the attention from anything else except this. This is why, how many people understand this? There are only one, watch this now. There's only 1% of the world's population that is rich. 1%. How many did I say? 1%. In fact, it's less than 1%, but we call it 1%. Now, imagine if it's at least 1%. That means we have gays there that are in the 1%. We have lesbians there that are in the 1%. That means your chances of getting married to a rich person will be 0.1. Rich people are not everywhere looking for you. Rich people are looking to marry rich people. Oh, you're still not getting it. If I can only, by the Spirit of God, get married to a rich guy. The rich guy is looking for a rich lady. 0.1, less than 0.1 chances of a rich person locating you and marrying you. I'm not talking about a person with a good salary. No, I'm talking rich. Big difference. Why is it that it's 1%? Yet the rules for making money are so simple. I'm telling you this. It's so simple. If a person takes you and takes you to his company and say, here, sit here. This is it. This is how you make money. You'll be like, this is it. Say, no, you're hiding something. I've taught people in Millionaire Academy how I'm making money. Guess what? Very few of them become millionaires. Not because I hid anything. No, I did not. But they don't have the tenacity, the bulldog tenacity, to follow through with those simple steps. Listen, prosperity is universal. Hear this. I said what? Prosperity is universal. Wherever you see consistency in finances coming up for one person, that person is following a set of rules that you have not followed. Every time you see results in one person's life, there is a law that they have followed. And they are constantly attacking that law. And all you need is not how to make money. You need to know what that law is. Have you followed it? No. We were going to Scotland one time. In fact, it was yesterday. We were sitting down with the team in London here. And we were getting into this cryptocurrency and putting this money there. And as we were sitting there, it went what? 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's like 300% from what it was that time. And I said something. I said, money is looking for other monies. I'm sitting here. I already have money, but it comes to me. It's not that I am cheating using prophecies to go to a crypto. No. But money will go when money is moved. There are rules of money. Money is not emotional. It's motional. No, you didn't hear that. In other words, no matter how you cry for money, money will never come to you. You look so sad in your house like, if I had money. Money will never hear you. Money is so stubborn. You will cry if I had money. God, please, God, please. Money is like, starts running away from you even further. Money is not emotional. It doesn't come because you cry. And listen to this carefully. Money doesn't go to nice people. That's why drug dealers have it. The nicer you become, the more money runs away from you. It goes to people with bulldog tenacity. They grab a principle. They follow through with it. They go for it. They go for it. They go for it. They go for it. They keep going for it until it comes and they attack it again. But you, imagine the time you spend on social media if you spend on learning money, learning crypto. You see, it's a language. Let me tell you something. Money is a language. There is a book written a few years ago called How to Speak Money. People won't talk. They don't talk about profit came. They talk about revenue. They don't talk about all this, how much are you left with. They talk about balance sheets. There's a difference. I'm just giving you just layman's terms nonsense. Just stupid things that people with money would even discuss. But if you meet two people, I remember one guy who has 600 houses. He came and said, for me to get here. I said, how did you get it? He said, this brother extended a facility to me. I said, a facility? What facility? He made a loan. And the guy's not saying a loan, saying facility. Money is a language. When you see rich people sitting down like this talking about money, you think they're talking about some animal somewhere. Because the language is different. And you will never have money until you learn the language. But for you to learn a new language at this grown-up stage you are in right now, it's very difficult. Do you know your child, when he's in the womb or she's in the womb, she understands the differences in languages that you speak? Yeah. Semantics and syntax happen in the brain way before anybody comes out of the womb. They know this is French. They might not call it French. And this is English. It's different. They know it. We are not ready to exercise power as people with no other option. Hush. When I came to Harare, from where God comes from, Masvingo, I had one of my uncles here, high up in the political field. I'm talking about controlling the political field. If I mention his name, you would be wondering what? I was moving down the streets there, praying to God so that I work for the company I wanted to work for. And he called me. I was staying with my brother. He called me. That uncle called me. And I was so happy that finally, this useless man don't act like you don't feel it. You know your relative, that relative of yours, that can help you, but it's not helping you. Useless. If you go to Nigeria, he'll be useless. The useless man called me. Useless. I said, I answered, very happy that this guy, my prayer, I now have to stop this prayer. This guy will just throw me, send me somewhere, and I start working there. He's calling me, he's like, when did you come to Harare? I said, yeah, been 2 months. Or what did you do? I did this, I did this, I did this. I'm giving the guy my curriculum vitae. He said, don't you think you need to go back home? Because you don't want to burden your brother. Huh? My spirit said a lot of words I can't repeat here. This is the first time I knew you could curse in tongues. I spoke in tongues and I realized the tongues were not for a blessing. I cursed his family. I cursed the day he was born. I said, thank you. I put the phone down. I said, do you know what? I'm going to get me a job now. I need to rise. I need to start a company. I need to do this. Within 3 months, I started a company. I asked one of my sisters who had a certain location in Sendosa there. And I said, look, I need to put my company here so we can do this and do this and do this. And she agreed, and we were using a garage to do whatever we were doing there. We were repairing this thing called tachographs. It was the early version of, these satellite navigators that were on tracks. The satellite navigators were already there, but we're using tachographs with tacho charts. And I'd learned it from somewhere. I'd worked for a few months, and I said, we're going to do this. And we started doing it, and money started coming in. Now listen to this. But it took me to be broke and be broken by a phone call from the person I thought was my helper for me to move. There is a power in being broke. I said the power of what? Of broke. If you still broke, you are not broke enough. The day you will become broke, you don't have anything, you will rise. This is why I always say, Jesus said, it is difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. But it is easier for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle. But today, that needle, the eye of the needle has to expand for the camel to fit, or the camel has to shrink and enter through the